Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Behind me, 2016 Ford F-150, we're gonna be replacing the rear differential fluid. So, let's crawl under. First thing we wanna do is crack loose our fill plug so we know we can fill it back up with fluid. Your fill plug may be on the passenger side or the driver's side, depending on what rear end you have. Either way, it's a 3/8 ratchet square drive. Make sure it goes in all the way and we'll crack it loose. There we go. We can leave it in as long as we know we can take it out. To get the fluid out, Ford does not give us a drain plug, so we'll take off a rear cover. Your other option is to suck as much fluid out as you can through the fill plug, but I prefer this method. It gets a lot more fluid out. We can leave the spare tire in place, have your catch pan underneath, and these are a 13mm. When we come to these lines, they should just pop off, just twist them a little, and they'll slide right out. We want to make note where these go so we can put them back in the exact same spot. Once we got all our bolts out, we'll take a rubber mallet, hit on it. There we go. And then we'll just peel it away. Honey. There we go. While we're letting that drain, let's prep our cover. Prep is pretty easy. We'll just wipe it out the best we can. Get all this old stuff out. Super thick. Doesn't have to be perfect, just the majority of it. All right, next we'll take a scraper. Just scrape off any RTV. We'll wipe that out again. Get all this old RTV out. And get a catch pan. I'm just gonna spray this out. All right. The fresh clean rag, we'll wipe our mating surface off. You want that free of oil. Then we can just get the inside just to wipe out that one more time. Now we're gonna apply new RTV. We wanna get it in between the bolts and then on the inside all the way around. Now you can circle the bolt, that's up to you, but the inside of the bolt, that's where the fluid is gonna come in. We'll just give it a nice little bead. This is gonna squish. So it doesn't have to be too thick, but thick enough. All right, let's go back under. We're gonna prep the differential mating surface and then slap this on. So in our differential, there's a little pocket right here. We can take our fingers and just scoop out all that fluid out of that pocket. And you're just checking for any metal shards or debris. This looks really good. So this surface is pretty easy. We want at least 2 clean rags. One for the initial wipe. Just wipe all this off the best we can. We'll lay the same rag inside just to protect it. We want to scrape off our RTV. Try not to get any of this inside the differential. Just try to get off as much as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect, but pretty close. All right, now we'll take a clean rag, put some brake clean on it, and wipe our mating surface. Want it nice and oil-free. All right, looks good. Get our differential cover and just put it on. Nice and easy. Line up the holes. Get a couple of these started. There we go. Now we can just start throwing them in. Remember where those stud bolts went? Now we'll snug it down until the RTV starts to squish out. Follow the instructions on your RTV bottle. All right, there we go. We'll let that sit for a while, then we'll torque it down. Unfortunately, I don't have a torque spec for the rear cover bolts, so you'll have to use your judgment. But don't go crazy tight. We'll pull this out the rest of the way. Gonna wipe it off, it looks magnetic. There we go. We're just using a fluid pump. We'll put our hose in there, the other end in our bottle. Put our catch pan underneath. We want to fill it up until it starts dripping out. There we go, starting to dribble out. That is the end of my 3rd bottle. Take this out just to the full mark. Perfect. We'll put our plug back in. Wipe this off. We'll snug this down. I'll just wash it down really good with the little brake clean, take it for a good test drive, and make sure we don't have any leaks. Good job. All right, that's how you can place the rear differential fluid on your F-150. All in all, not too bad. I'll have links in the descriptions for all the parts and tools used. If you have any questions, comments, post down below. We'll see you on the next one.